All right, it's time for Health Watch. And migraines, they affect about 39 million Americans, and headache disorders are more common among women than men. Today's Health Watch is focused on identifying triggers in managing migraines and headaches through nutrition and supplementation. So we have our health reporter and dietitian Courtney Butts here. We have a nice spread, and as I'm drawn to this side of the table, might be some issues here.
Exactly. Yeah. So on this side of the table, our left, your right, these are typically common trigger foods for individuals that may struggle with migraines or headache disorders. So typically things like fermented foods, processed foods, or cured meats or processed meats like salami that we see here, aged cheese as well, like blue cheese or feta. The ones that are a little stronger tasting are going to be trigger foods because they contain something called tyrosine, which is an amino acid, but it's in the body, it's processed as tyramine, and it might be when you have a migraine, it might be brought on by these foods because you have an excess of those that in your body. And also legumes, peanut butter is also an option there, and chocolate as well, unfortunately. Yeah, it's bad news. I know. And then salt is commonly associated with processed foods. So processed foods, of course, known to be a common trigger for many things, but also migraines. And then we have a no sugar root beer here, and aspartame as an additive, and there's non-nutritive sweeteners in a lot of things that we eat nowadays, and that can also be a trigger. I feel like every time we talk about stuff like this, it's not that you're saying completely avoid this stuff altogether. Right. It's just there are ways to perhaps mitigate the migraines. And the biggest thing for someone that may be struggling with migraines is to keep a food diary or a food journal or a headache calendar, and track your symptoms. So if you are noticing a migraine every single time you have cheese or these specific foods, these are common triggers, but there may be other ones. So make sure that you are looking for those symptoms and maybe track it back to a specific food, and talk with a dietitian. That can help you rule out something that may be causing it. And so what are we looking at over here? So over here are typically things that will help you manage them. We have a lot of supplements here. Vitamin D, Americans are deficient in vitamin D. Now, there needs to be more studies on vitamin D to make sure, what is it exactly that's causing it to have a therapeutic effect. Turmeric or curcumin is the active form of turmeric, and it's known for its anti-inflammatory products, antioxidant, and it can actually be therapeutic for reducing the duration, the frequency, and the severity of migraine. And then ginger root, there was a study that showed that if you took that with your typical migraine drugs, it made it a little bit more effective. And then CoQ10 is also a supplement that you can add. Omega-3s, flaxseed and chia seed, anti-inflammatory, known for all these awesome benefits in your body, but also for maybe preventing against migraines. Of course, staying hydrated. If you're dehydrated or if you're not eating frequently enough, if you are maybe skipping meals, that may make you more prone to a migraine. So making sure you're staying hydrated and making sure your blood sugar is not fluctuating too much. Yeah, and this topic was sent in by a viewer, correct? Sure was. Yeah, Shawnee Johnson, thank you so much for sending in this topic. It was very enlightening, and hopefully you'll get to see it, and it was enlightening for you. All of this information will be on KTBS.com if you missed it, and has a little bit more information for you there. And if our viewers do have a topic they would like you to cover, how would they go about getting that to you? Yeah, if you do, or a question or a topic, summer's coming up, fad diets are a big topic to cover, send us an email at pressreleases@ktbs.com. All right, Courtney Butts with all the great info. I'm going to probably eat a little bit of this peanut butter or something. We'll send it over to Brittany.